The views and opinions on this podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the executive producer or the sponsors. They are those of the hosts and guests only. We believe freedom of conscience means the right to speak free, to think and believe as you will without the imposition of official coercive power over those beliefs. Liberty cannot exist when people are forced to conform their thoughts and expression to an official viewpoint. Differences of opinion are the natural byproducts of a vibrant, free society. Thank you. Live from Studio Diablo in Chicago, Illinois, this is MK Ultrasound.
Get with the countdown.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man. Blast off for Kicksville. Shake this square world. Blast off for Kicksville.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man. Get with the countdown.
I speak
All
jive.
right.
Forget it, man.
It's part two,
For Kicksville.
the
Shake this square world.
history of MK Ultra Magazine,
I speak jive.
1995. And I couldn't have done it without the two people we're here from on this podcast. And the first one is my good friend. I don't know. I think you're beyond a friend. He's a brother. This is Justin Devlin. Justin, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on?
You know.
Yeah, hell, I called you Dad for the longest time during '95. So
Well, that's a good way to kick us off. Well, let's just talk about the circumstances, how we became friends, which ultimately led you to actually, after all these years, you would pop into Chicago and then also Indianapolis. Yeah. But so take me back. Tell everybody, we're not exactly we're not mainstream people here. So Justin was definitely
no, not at all.
So go ahead. Go ahead.
Alex ended up dating a girl that I had grown up with and lived across the street from.
Leslie
My
Palmer.
entire life, and he ended up dating her, and she said that we needed to meet, and we met. And well, I kept Alex, and she lost in the long run.
Well, and she lost more than that because she's no longer with us. But the thing is, her name was Leslie Palmer. She was your neighbor and like a friend of yours growing up in Mount Lebanon, which is a very prestigious part of Pittsburgh. Michael Keaton came from there. I think Sharon Stone came from there. I know Sharon Stone did. Michael Keaton came from Pittsburgh.
Snooty, snotty.
Yeah.
Uppity, rich yuppie.
Yeah, her parents loved me. So
yeah, I did. Absolutely loved you. Adored you.
Yeah. They had a good liquor cabinet, though. But
they did. They had a great liquor cabinet.
Leslie was a really good girlfriend, man. I mean, she was always like on time. She was accommodating. She was wonderful. She was just, she didn't give two fucks about her health or anything else. I never met her. Remember, I called her food eater.
Yeah.
Her and Big
she
Mike,
was all about the party.
Her and Big Mike would just fucking eat and drink and eat. I mean, they were buddies.
The 50 hard-boiled eggs from Cool Hand Luke.
So, yeah, that's a story. So we're at Leslie's house one day, one Sunday. It was Easter weekend. Her family was out of town, so Big Mike and I just saw Cool Hand Luke. We decided to get all of us, you and your punk friends, we'll talk about them in a minute, at Leslie's house in her basement. We boiled 50 eggs, and Mike tried to eat 50 eggs. I think he only got like 20.
I think he got 24 or 25 down.
But the whole house smelled like eggs. Eggs
especially the next morning. Oh, good God.
Oh, my God. I had to go home with him.
You got to leave the house.
Yeah, but I took the house with me. Mike was like 6'5", a good 300 plus pounds, right? I'm not exaggerating, am I? He was a good 300.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
always wearing a Dr. Seuss hat.
It wasn't. It was just a top hat.
The cat in the hat.
So I met you, and you had like these punk rock friends. You guys all had mohawks, and it was you and Ryan and Earl English. And so when we go to a show, we went to White Zombie, and I got a picture of you guys in the pit, and the girl I ended up dating after that show, Nikki Spalaris, who was from up in your part of the Pittsburgh, and she said, "Those are your friends? They're the Road Warriors." Like, they do look like it.
Dog collars and all.
Yeah. So we met. Where did was it at a house party or something?
Do
you meet
I
me?
met you at her. She had a house party where you came over and we met, and you were DJing at Babylon over in Oakland.
Yeah.
And we went to Babylon a couple of times and hung out with you, DJ, and got in trouble for starting pits in the middle of the dance floor of the alternative club. And I think it was your birthday party that caused the big to-do.
Well, it wasn't just my birthday party. It was me and Big Mike, and it was the very first alcohol holiday. It was the very first one. I still got the flyer for it that Tom Trotter drew. But, yeah, so I remember the police shut that fucking thing down because Babylon, they in their ultimate wisdom, were like, they didn't have me be their Saturday night DJ. So I would DJ somewhere else. And this was particularly in a whole building. It was the building. I DJ'd in the fucking stairwell.
Hammer Square.
Yeah, I DJ'd in the stairwell about 2 flights up. And so the cops had it shut down, or Babylon, they fired me. I'm like, well, you know what? The smart thing would be you keep me on as your DJ, then you have these people there. But the thing was, I had a following, and my following went where I went. And
the cops ended up. The cops showed up because there was an incident with an apartment and a kitchen sink, and somehow it ended up raining in the first floor apartments and
ended up what?
Whatnot. I don't think it ended up raining through the floor into.
Oh, that's when Big Mike ripped the fucking toilet out of the floor and flooded the place. I forgot about that.
All I could say is thank God they didn't have cell phone cameras when we were younger.
Mike, what the fuck did you do? Why did you do that? I was so pissed. And I just remember you like hustling my DJ gear out because I had a coffin with turntables, a mixer, and giant PA fucking system.
Speakers.
Yes. I mean, the whole thing. And we jammed it. I don't know. Was it Leslie's car? We put it in somebody's car. It wasn't my car. And then we took it back to my house. But yeah, I mean, you and I clicked immediately. We're both rebels, and so that leads me to the biggie, which leads into the invention of or creation of MK Ultra magazine. You are responsible for what? What did you do to me? How you fucking changed my entire life?
Introduced you to Typo Negative. Yeah, we were all White Zombie and Typo Negative fans, and you were big into Sisters
Mercy,
and from listening to Sisters, hey, you got to check out Typo Negative, and we played Christian Woman for you once, and it was over from there.
Yeah, I was on the phone with their publicist, Sophie Diamantis, the first time, and she was so awesome that she actually went on to create her own magazine. I believe it was called Delirium, and she bought an ad in MK Ultra. It's like, this is like, dude, but so for everybody out there that's listening to this podcast, it's his fault. It's just his fault. It is.
Oh, goody.
Because
now I know you told me when we started it, you explained what MK Ultra was, but why did you end up naming the magazine that?
Well, so I got to rewind for a minute.
Maybe actually explain what MK Ultra is, if anybody out there actually doesn't know about it.
Well, I'll get there. But so I interviewed Typo Negative, and I was freelancing for a couple of magazines, and it had Rock Out Censorship, and nobody had any money to publish at this time, and I tried to sell it to a local Pittsburgh goth magazine, and they said, "Oh, you're mocking goth." I'm like, "Oh, you're so beautiful and thin." No, huge fucking people like that became goth, and whatever. They were better than me, so I was like, I'm gonna start my own fucking magazine, and everybody around me said, yeah, and you were one of them. And so we actually started laying the thing out 6 months before it happened, and laid out the Typo Negative interview. I had no idea what to call it, and then I was listening to NBC's Dateline, Unsolved Mysteries, and it was about the death of a biochemist named Dr. Frank Olson, and he was a victim of the MK Ultra experiments, and dosing people with LSD without them knowing it, and because the government wanted to use LSD as a mind control weapon. They couldn't figure it out. They still never figured it out, but a lot of people died because of it. This one particular person died of it, and there's a lot of documentaries and movies made about him, Dr. Frank Olson, and I'm like, that's perfect. That's me. I'm like, number one is I love psychedelics, and I do, and but when they wouldn't give somebody a hit of acid, they would give them fucking 700 hits of acid, and they would lose their minds. I mean, you lose your mind on LSD anyway. You lose your mind, which is the beautiful part of it. If you're a sound person, you're at peace with yourself. It's a beautiful thing. But if you're a dangerous person, it makes you more dangerous. And so the whole reason that LSD is illegal is because the government fucked up with it. So I thought, perfect name. It sounds cool. MK Ultra, yeah. Because there was Rolling Stone spin. I was considering using the name of my old DJ company, which was called Groovy Tunes. But even now, like, nobody knows what a groove of a record is because nobody knows what a fucking record is. So that's out the fucking door, right? So MK Ultra sounded, it rolled off the tongue nicely. So to answer your question, I'm like, it was perfect. It's like hypocritical. It's embracing fucking LSD. It's embracing psychedelics. It's embracing like the Doors and all the 60s fucking shit. And even now, and then the government fucked it up. And I'm like, that's the name.
No, it also goes to show what the government will actually go do to a citizen in the name of, the betterment of somebody else's power or pocketbook. Anybody that thinks that the government's out there to do good for you, needs to brush up on their history lessons a little bit.
Another adventure that we had, we've had many, but we're in 1995 now. But this is 1994 that you were with me. Well, I took you and I used to DJ at this little bar in Pittsburgh, a little pub, Brats. But it was strategically located across the street from Tom Savini's house. So for those people who don't know what Tom Savini is, do you want to enlighten, please?
Me, Tom Savini, he's a big horror guy. Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead,
Friday
Sex
13th.
Machine. I mean, he's special effects guru, runs a special effects school, all around interesting fellow.
Yeah, so White Zombie, I did an interview with Sean, the bass player, and then they had a day off, and believe it or not, they were with Prong, who ended up Tommy Victor becoming a very good friend of mine a year later. This is insane when you think about it. This is all like leading up to the creation of the first issue, which I'm glad I have you on. So Sean called me, and she's like, well, we're in town for a day. Could you suggest anything to do? And I'm like, well, yeah, you guys are rock and roll people, man. You don't want to go to a disco. You don't want to go to Metropole. They would hate it. Metropole is everything White Zombie was against, although they played there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the club scene, so I'm like, well, I'm DJing this little bar in this neighborhood. If you want to come by, lo and behold, they fucking came. Did they not, Justin?
No, Sean and Jay came up and hung out and drank with us and
then
partied. They got into a conversation where they were like, we're really big fans of Tom Savini. Next thing you know, Big Mike and I can't remember who else.
Chris
went down, drugged Tom out of bed, brought him up the Brats to meet White Zombie.
And it was like, for them, it was like I introduced them to Elvis Presley. They never forgot that, man. And I ran into her years later in New Orleans. It's like she told her band, "That's the guy from Pittsburgh." Like, you talk about flattering, man. I mean, but so yeah. So I'm in bed right at this point with Typo Negative and White Zombie. They weren't quite big yet.
No, that was still the Sexorcist though.
So both bands were kind of underground, and then I interviewed Pigface in November, and that's when I met Tammy Down from Faster Pussycat in face to face for the first time. But did you and I ever see Typo together? I've seen him so many times,
yes.
I've lost track.
But it was later on because it was in I think in Indy or Chicago.
Okay.
It was a later show. We never saw them in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I saw him at Graffiti when they were still hardcore, and Peter, like, I asked him later, I'm like, how many? He was like down in Coronas. I'm like, how many Coronas did you drink that night? He's like, I think it was 22. Like, and then he's on stage. They're like, hey, we don't do encores. What are you doing here? Get the fuck out. Get out of here. We're done. We're terrible. Leave. Why are you still here? It's like that was
probably where the typo negative you suck check comes from.
Yeah. So totally. So I got to see them in before they got big, and then fucking holy shit. Then they were out with Nails and Motley Crue. It's like these guys. There's something going on here, and you know,
like both that and Zombie blew up at the same time.
At the same time, yeah, and so we'll get into more of this. I'm going to play a song by Pigface first of all, who actually I started working with in Pittsburgh at the same time as we're talking about, and Graffiti, where I saw Typo Negative play, and so for some reason Graffiti doesn't even exist anymore, and I don't understand that at all. But that was a cool club, man.
None of the clubs exist anymore. Graffiti's gone, Metropol's gone, Rosebud's gone.
Decade's gone. The Decade. I can't believe
Decade's gone. Decade was actually bought by a couple of people I know. I don't know if they sold it again. Let's see, what else was there? The Electric Banana is gone.
Banana.
Yeah.
Yep. So
all the open Wagga and Upstage are all gone.
Yeah.
So pretty much everywhere.
Dude, here's what kills me.
That we grew up with is gone.
Justin, the Dirty O, the hot dog place is gone.
The hot dog and French fries place, $3 pieces.
God damn, dude. Dude, that's one thing that pizza or Pittsburgh and Chicago have in common. We got a lot of food, but none of it's good for you. None of it.
Yeah, that is damn true.
Okay. Well,
there was nothing at the O that was good for you to eat, but God, it tasted good at 2:30 in the morning.
It tasted good at 7 in the morning, man. It's 24 hours, man. I was doing the walk of shame. I'm like, oh, kind of hungry. I'll come in here and go home and sleep. All right. Well, this is Pigface and Ogre from Skinny Puppy on vocals, and you're listening to Alex and Justin on the MK Ultrasound podcast.
For the next 30 or 60 days, we urge you to play this record every day. Play side 1 in the morning before you leave your home. Play side 2 in the evening. If you will do this, you will start the development of those traits in your personality that will enable you to make people like you, believe you, and trust you.
Process smile, union mate, the snake defiled, blue book murder, the best you could. Less than spite, heaven twisted, candid photos intermixed in, seating back door mud relies, dirty corners of the mind. Faceless father figureheads, sitting in eye and wasted, pick yourself up off the floor, shaken angel taken home, clicking heels, gold brick road. No place like home it seems. Now together a shadow writhing. Your world comes crashing down.
This spring, DSN Music has new stuff from Subsonic featuring Ron Marks, showcasing a cover of the classic Billy Preston hit, Will It Go Round in Circles.
Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky?
Will It Go Round in Circles? The new single from Subsonic drops worldwide this spring via DSN Music. Available worldwide via all online and mobile music stores.
All right, back with Justin Devlin. Justin, how you doing these days?
I'm upright. Ron Marks, there's a name I haven't heard in a couple of years. What's that dude?
I ended up. He used to be a member of Mace for a minute, and
Yep. He was a guitarist for Mace.
Yeah,
good guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I still work with him to this day. But he actually ended up contributing to the magazine. But yeah, he was a big part. Were you here for the alcohol holiday that when I had Bioplay and he came and Tom Treader was there? Were you at that one? Did you come to any alcohol holidays in Chicago?
Yes, I came to one or two in Chicago, but most of the ones I went to were the Indy ones.
Indianapolis, yeah. In Muncie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, those ones.
I remember we did one where you were like body piercing chicks that flew in from Los Angeles, man. That was...
Yeah.
It was like,
that was,
hey, this is just a party.
That was another one with me and probably Victor.
I've got rock stars here, industrial guys here, like Dave Death was there, John Elliott from DeSalle was there. They want to play. I mean, this is just a house party. And say I had two actresses from Hollywood, and by the way, my friends from Pittsburgh do body piercings, and you're like piercing people. It's a pretty cool party, man.
It was.
Yeah, that one. We had a Christmas tree upside down, and then somebody hung a possum. So remember that? Somebody hung a possum.
I remember somebody brought the dead possum. I remember going shopping with you in Indiana, trying to buy the Christmas tree, talking to the guy about how we're hanging it upside down, and he looked like I just killed a stack of baby kittens.
We made it work, though.
We did. How we didn't get lynched is a whole other story.
Dude, it's like it hung because it was an old house, and so they had good boards in the ceiling. So you found the stud, we screwed a big hook in there and hung a tree upside down. But somebody
hung to decorate upside down.
So to explain this to people, we would have this thing called the evil ornament contest. If you made an ornament for the Christmas tree that was offensive, we said evil, but it was like, you know how you and I are. It has to be offensive to be funny. And so people brought the weirdest things, and somebody brought a dead possum. Big Chris, not Thor Chris, but Chris Wills from Indianapolis. He brought a possum, and then I had this tip because we gave away prizes. Like I had a coffin full of prizes I give to people because record labels back in the day when there was such a thing as called record labels, they would send people like us, publishers and promoters, a bunch of shit to give away as to promote their band. And I had like 100 bottles of Tim Skold blue nail polish, and somebody painted that fucking possum's nails blue.
No. Yep.
And then
Absolutely.
Then I found out that shit's worth a lot of money now. I'm like, I gave it all away. And
you pegged people with it.
Dude, oh yeah, I was throwing it at people, wasn't I?
Yes, you were. Satan Claus was on stage making an appearance.
Oh, now that one was Newcastle. Holy shit, dude! Oh my god, that alcohol holiday was nuts. It kept getting crazier, but yeah, you were there. So,
back to 95.
Back to the first 95. The first issue. I had a typewriter. I didn't have a computer, so it was like typewriter.
We were cutting and pasting that together the day before it had to go to print on your living room floor, all over the entire apartment.
Glue,
no layout board, which most people probably never seen in their life since everything is digital now.
Yeah,
everything's getting cut and pasted on the floor. with Xerox pieces that are being blowing things up and shrinking things down to make them fit.
And we were cutting things with scissors and razors to cut them and glue.
Exacto.
And we glued. We used glue sticks. Man, I must have spent fucking $1,000 on glue sticks back then. And we glued everything. And they take it to the printer, and they're like, interesting. How about you just do your job and don't look at it? And then we did the second issue was right before I was going to move. Well, I was moving like that same week, and they said, as the guys have it rolled up in their back pockets, the people that worked at the print shop, the owner said, yeah, we appreciate your business, but we can't print you anymore. It's too offensive. I was like, I'm only on issue 2.
It might have something to do with Jesus Christ looks like me.
Well, that was the first issue. I don't know what it was. Maybe just the name Lords of Acid. I don't know, because the second issue we had Lords of Acid and White Zombie. So that's when it started getting big. The first issue got big. I couldn't believe it. And then Jeff Brown.
The first issue blew up. The second issue got even bigger, and then you were leaving. You were moving to Indianapolis.
Yeah, I was. I thought it was going to be greener pastures, but it actually worked out for me in the end because it got me here to Chicago. But this whole thing with Peter Steele, because you got me in a typo, and I interviewed Peter Steele, and he dropped that fucking thing about Lycia. And then Lycia and Project Records used that as their fucking lead into their press kit. And if you Google Lycia now, they quote that from MK Ultra Magazine. It was like the biggest quote on that band. And that launched me quick. I never expected to do it. I never expected it to go beyond 1 or 2 issues. But
yeah, you were just trying to do something for the theme.
Yeah. I wanted it to be a local
because
Pittsburgh.
nobody else was doing it.
Nobody, man. I had a good team, man. Aaron Arthur was there.
Back in the day, there used to be the metal magazines. You had Metal Militia and, all the metal mags. But, they kind of, as metal faded away and industrial came in, nobody really picked anything up. So there was nothing. You couldn't go and look through the magazines to see what bands were coming and read articles about them because nobody was writing anything about the music we listened to. Nobody wanted anything to do with the music we listened to other than us.
They didn't think it was going to be anything. And then in 1995, White Zombie blew up. Typo Negative blew up. Huge.
More Human Than Human hit MTV, and that was all she wrote.
That album, that second White Zombie album was so big. And in the summer of 95, there was not a bigger rock and roll band than White Zombie. Nobody bigger. They went from hanging out, and that's the thing, is like
they went from city limits to stadiums.
Yep.
Like the first time we saw White Zombie was they were touring with Murphy's Law out of city limits in Pittsburgh. Oh, you want to talk about a hole in the wall? It's a bingo studio that gets turned over for concerts every once in a while. I mean, hell, there were still stains on the ceiling from when Guar played there way back in the day. But I mean, they went from playing nothing to playing stadiums in 6 months.
Same thing with Typo Negative. And when the second time, but the first issue came out, going into the second issue, that's when I was moving to Indianapolis, and that's funny. I was on the bus with Typo Negative, and they had the cover pinned to the wall with the bus, and they drew a beard on Peter. I mean, they got the humor, and I'm like, well, I'm going to Indianapolis tomorrow. I'm like, we're going to be there with Pantera. Do you want to get on the guest list? And so, one day later, I drive all the way through the Midwest, through the state of Ohio to the middle of Indianapolis, and I see Typo Negative again the next night. I mean,
well, you can never really see them enough. I mean,
I never missed Typo Negative. I never. Ever,
they were a great live band. They were a great show.
Unpredictable.
Peter just had a sense of humor that was just as dark and twisted as the rest of us.
I think that's why you saw that, Alex. You got to listen to this band. You're gonna love them because and they made fun of themselves. Well, he made fun of himself.
Yep.
And
absolutely, he was Carnivore originally, right?
Yep.
I remember, right? Yeah, he came from Carnivore to, Typo Negative.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that the first Typo record was a hardcore album. It was New York hardcore. There was nothing gothic. There was nothing
at all
gothic about
nothing gothic at all.
And there was nothing.
Yeah, he came out of Carnivore and started Type O, and the first album, it was hard.
Dude, I love it. I got it.
There was no.
I have it on vinyl, man. That thing is like, that's the most angry record I've ever owned in my life, man. He was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Pissed.
He was definitely angry during that one.
And
there was definitely some angst in an ex-lover on that album.
You know what? That leads to something else. Talking about angry. Nothing like hanging out with you on Mount Lebanon when it's snowing.
Oh yeah, yes.
All right, so
nothing better.
I feel compelled.
Than a bunch of drunk, bored punks in snow.
Dude, you lived in a real punk rock house. I have photos. You guys lived in a real punk rock fucking a pit house. Like,
garbage can in the middle of the floor, shoveled snow onto the keg. No heat in the house, leeching heat off the neighbors.
You had a fucking ferret.
There was a hole in the wall.
You had a ferret.
Yeah, there was a ferret running around the house, shitting in the corners. Oh, it was a fucking disaster.
So, but you live, Pittsburgh, the people don't know, is in the mountains, in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's very hilly. Then, so Leslie, your neighbor who was, having sex with at the time, I can't say dating because I don't think we ever went on a property. It was just like drinking and sex, and food.
Yeah, in food.
But yeah.
We decided that a recliner's legs looked enough like a sled that we should go sled riding with a recliner.
So they took their recliner and they would put somebody and throw us down a hill, and that thing would be spinning. And we on a street, down a street. The streets of Pittsburgh are like San Francisco.
Got some interesting hills.
Yes, yeah. And it would be like you just throw us down on a fucking recliner. Now I've seen that shit after Jackass. Like, people were doing that. I'm like, oh, I know where this started.
10 years out of date.
Dude, even Tom Treader says this day, if we would have videotaped the shit we did, I'm like, yeah, we were Jackass before Jackass.
If we'd had cell phone cameras when we were younger, we'd all be in prison.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Do you remember when Bronco Billy?
I am very glad there are not records of the things that we did growing up to our 20s and late teens. Good Lord.
How about Quaaludes?
714 lemons.
Woo!
Just what a bunch of 19-year-olds need.
Oh, you were 19. I was like 29. And somebody came across a fucking bag of Quaaludes, which were illegal at the time.
Yep. We won't go too much into that, but needless to say, there's a very hazy portion of our lives back
then.
then.
One person, Leslie's sister, got really stupid with those things, man.
No. That was a sheet of acid. She was a prime example of MK Ultra.
Yeah, absolutely. She was a sweetheart too.
She is. She still is a great person.
I think she's still alive, isn't she? I should try to.
Yes. She's still around.
I know she was pretty broken up over Leslie's death because they were tight. They were good sisters.
Yeah.
Yep. But
they still live together. They lived together their entire lives.
Yeah, Leslie.
But drugs are fine in moderation, just like everything else on the planet. Everything's fine in moderation.
Exactly. So those Quaaludes, dude.
Bullets.
But
bullets in moderation are still bad.
Didn't we have wasn't there like 500 Quaaludes? I mean, I remember you came over and I just took a handful. I grabbed a handful out of a bag. I had probably 40 Quaaludes.
It was in the thousands.
Okay.
I think the statute of limitations is out on that.
How do we get those? I mean,
I'm not talking about any of that. That's
okay. So
there are some things you just don't discuss.
Yeah.
It was a bad idea. We're going to talk. We'll leave it at that.
I want to play a song by another band that I met in Pittsburgh for the first time, became really good friends with in Indianapolis, and better friends. I moved here to Chicago. This is a Wax Trax band. This is Chicago's own My Life with a Thrill Kill Cult, Apollo 69 on the MK Ultrasound podcast.
Fly Apollo 69, yeah, yeah. Fly Apollo 69.
Every great day starts with a cup of get the fuck out of bed coffee from Martin Atkins and Dark Matter Coffee. Go to darkmattercoffee.com. Look for the big red logo that says get the fuck out of bed. America runs on damage, and it all starts with a cup of get the fuck out of bed coffee. There are 10 commandments and there are 7 deadly sins, but there is only one MK Ultra Magazine. Visit us daily online at www.mkultramagazine.com for entertainment news, reviews, and interviews. mkultramagazine.com, home of Alexander's Diary of a Damned Man. That's mkultramagazine.com.
Home of Alexander's diarrhea of a damn man.
Oh, and just a little statement here for anybody that's listening. We're going to go and talk about any story we talk about that involves a felony is being told strictly from a fictitious point of view and never ever really happened.
Yeah, like a Hunter Thompson, like a Hunter Thompson, like a Hunter Thompson book.
So anything we say never really happened.
Yeah, still in the baby Jesus never happened.
Never. We don't ever talk about the baby
Jesus. I swear to God, when I die, it's gonna be laughing. So I know we're gonna have you back on this show when we do the next chapter in 1996-97 and moving forward, because you've been. I don't know why you took the ride with us, but you have, and I appreciate it, man. And we've had some adventures,
hey,
like big time adventures. You're the one that turned me on the drinking fucking Thunderbird, you asshole. That shit's that's fucking liquid.
You can't buy it anymore. The bastards, they stopped making it.
Go figure. It was cheap, dude. That was like fucking crackane, liquid crack.
$3 a bottle.
Dude,
$3 a bottle, can't beat it.
It was. You could taste like fucking jet fuel when you drank it. It was like,
oh yeah, it was wine that burned.
You didn't drink it because it tasted good. I'll tell you that. But if you
no.
If you want to get
that had nothing to do with it.
If you want to get knocked out, oh God.
Thunderbird was so bad it made Mad Dog 2020 look top shelf.
Yeah, you're damn right. Well, I'm gonna be calling up Vanessa after this section, and thanks, man. I think you gave us a background for the book, and I appreciate it because it's gonna be all about quotes, and we're not done yet because you had said, "How are we gonna talk about everything in a half an hour?" I'm like, dude, this is only 1 year, and so if you guys hear this is 1 year in our life. That's like these things happened in 1 year, It got
This
fucking...
is the edit. This is the edited one year that we can sort of talk about in one year.
So another band that came out in 1995 is a band that I was very close with for a very long time, and that's a band called Garbage. And you fit into this story, I mean, more than any other thing I've ever done, man. This was probably the coolest thing I've ever done in my life, and thank you. Because
hey,
in
always had to help
1995,
a brother out.
in 96, yeah, but okay, Justin, I'm just gonna go on record and say you were an outlaw, a biker.
Yes, I had that. I had that distinction at one point in time.
Are you still a member?
I am retired, I believe. I don't know. It all depends on who you ask. So,
do you still have a patch?
No.
Okay.
Nope,
So basically, for people who don't know,
I'm a ghost.
Justin's, no, you were in the Pagans. You were in the Pagans. Okay. So there's the Pagans.
I will not further deny that.
The Outlaws are from here, and the Hells Angels are from the West Coast. So basically, they were like, the Pagans were the East Coast of the version of the Hells Angels, basically. So you were not to be fucked with. And the thing is, I've had a couple of friends that were Pagans. If I needed a favor, they did it. There's nothing like calling in for a favor for a pagan. I mean, hey man, people help each other out, man. That's just how we are. And you know, I'm not in the club, but I'm friendly with the club, and that is a wonderful thing. Those are good friends to have when you need a good friend. When you need somebody, if you need somebody to leave you the fuck alone, dude.
When you need something to happen, they're very good people to know.
Very good people. Okay. So anyway, then you became a jeweler. Well, you were a biker after a jeweler, but you were a jeweler. And you worked in the fucking jewelry district of Pittsburgh, right downtown.
Yep.
And you custom made jewelry. So I had a crush on Shirley Manson, and I mean everybody knew that back then. But the thing is, like, I had access. I mean, I was with Garbage from the beginning. Again, they weren't huge yet. They were playing theaters, and then they were playing stadiums. And this particular story leads to a stadium. Well, I met Garbage after I interviewed them, and I met them at the Vogue in Indianapolis, and I was flustered. I was like, oh my God. So I got a picture. We got pictures, and she was so cute, and she was just like such. I don't know. We were the same age. She's Scottish. Anyway, she was hot. I really, really do believe Shirley Manson was extremely hot in my eyes, and a lot of people's other eyes. A lot of people's eyes too. So they had a single after that fucking song came out. God, the one I hated.
Super Vixen, right?
Super Vixen was a single, and I don't like Superman, but I'm like, Justin, can you make me a Superman symbol necklace? I want a pendant. I want to give it to Shirley. And you made that. You engraved the back of it, and you put it on a Gucci chain, silver Gucci chain, 100%. And you overnighted to me the day that I was going to see Garbage from Indianapolis to Fort Wayne, Indiana. I got it just in time. I gave that thing to her, man. You should have seen it. So I'm backstage. Me and Mike Blackley, we carried 2 cases of Indianapolis beer backstage to give to the band because they were big beer drinkers from Wisconsin. It's a beer state. Okay, we gave some Indy beer. I thought it was a nice gesture. Anyway, I had no idea. So we didn't even check in with our passes or tickets or anything. We didn't get our tickets. We just walked backstage. We had VIP parking and all that. And I go backstage and walk in, and then, you know, I caught up with the band for a minute. And I get, Shirley, I got something for you. I gave her that necklace, and you should have seen her face, man. You should have seen it. I've got photos of it. And she was still on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
She hadn't gone on stage yet. Well, they're like, Alex, come back. You and Mike come back after the show. We have to go on stage. They're opening for the Pumpkins at a hockey arena. Mike and I go, but like, fuck, we got to get our tickets because we don't know where our seats are. So we get our tickets. We're walking to our seats, and security comes over. And I think we're fucked. I think we're getting tossed. I'm like, because we walked in backstage and we weren't actually VIPs. We were just like, hey, you know, if you walk the walk,
if you walk the walk and you're carrying booze, it's amazing the places you could get.
Yeah. And if you look like a rock star, they assume you're a rock star. So, and I'm like, I thought they were going to kick us out. And they're like, come with us. They didn't say anything. They put us on the soundboard in the middle of the arena with this fucking mixer. And then Shirley dedicated a song, Super Vixen to me, and then said my name again. And dude, to this day, people are always like, "You're that Alex Zander that Shirley Manson called out in Fort Wayne, Indiana." I'm like, "Yep." But the best thing was what, Justin? You saw it.
She wore that pendant on MTV when she was doing some songs. They performed Super Vixen live on MTV.
No, it was,
and she had the pendant on.
Yeah, they were playing "Only Happy When It Rains," I think. But "Stupid Girl," stupid. That's the song that. Oh my God! I remember I was going to Pittsburgh one time.
One of them.
Remember, I came to Pittsburgh to see Mace once. I was with that girl, and she was in a wheelchair. And we went to the Metropole to see Mace and something, and it was a long night. No sleep.
You came a couple of times to see Mace, because one time you came, you kind of foisted me onto them as a roadie.
Is that how that happened?
Well, you came to Pittsburgh, and you told Peter that I needed to get to Chicago for some reason, and told me to get down to meet them the next day. So I left on tour with Mace for 5 days to get to Chicago.
You were on the road with them.
Hang out with you.
You were on a road with them for a few years, I think, right?
I helped every one of the. I roadied for them every one of the Pittsburgh shows for probably 2-3 years after that tour.
You did Indianapolis. You did Chicago. You did Cleveland. Columbus,
Cleveland.
Ohio. Oh God, Columbus.
Yeah, when we were leaving the bar in Columbus, we walked outside to a full-scale race riot with mounted police and tear gas. Damn it.
That's right. Yeah.
Police were mad at us for trying to carry equipment out to the car.
You know,
like, listen, all we want to do is get the fuck out of here.
Hey, dude, hand to God, whatever God you were into. This shit is true, and we're cutting out the fun stuff.
Yeah, we're cutting out the stuff that's questionable to whether the statutes of limitation are out on.
Yeah, like a baby Jesus theft. So
yeah,
hey brother,
actually have some illegal.
I'll let you get some rest. I'm going to call Vanessa, but I want to go out, and we're going to have you back to talk about the 96 and 97 and moving forward. But for now, man, I love you, brother. You are.
I love you too.
You're a brother to me, man. You truly are.
Hey, Alex, Delta Helter Skelter, brother.
Eat the devil's pussy. This is Garbage on the MK Ultrasound podcast.
Hey boy, take a look at me. Let me dirty up your mind. I'll
listen to the MK Ultrasound podcast, and you should too. It's tremendous. The greatest, most highly rated podcast in the world. It's very highly rated. Other podcasts are very jealous. They are all very jealous. Alex and Max are the most intelligent hosts I have ever heard. Their listeners are the smartest people that listen to podcasts. They are all very, very smart. Other podcasts are washed up and for losers. That's why I listen to the MK Ultra Sound podcast. Their guests are all tremendous and very popular and get very high ratings.
It's nice to have Donald J. Trump is endorsing your podcast. I have on the phone the wonderful Vanessa Bellamy Junker. Are you there, Vanessa?
I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine. So you're sitting in your car somewhere?
Yeah, I'm in a parking lot right now because there's construction going on in my house. It's too loud.
We could not have done this 30 years ago.
No.
All right,
We
so
could not.
we're in 1995, and I'm in Indianapolis, and I cranked out the third issue then with my girlfriend and I, some people writing from abroad, and a local photographer, but I didn't have any local writers yet. And and then it came to you. And my friend Ross Gonzalez, also known as Taco, was dating a girl at BMG Records, and I was working at BMG Records, and she said, "You got to meet this guy. He's a rock and roll guy. I think you guys get along." And then introduced me to you.
Yeah.
The greatest gift of all time in 1995, I say. I mean, you changed everything, Vanessa. So if you don't mind, talk about what you're doing at the time as a job, how you merged the two worlds together, and your first impression of meeting me and coming on board with the team of MK Ultra. Please.
Well, I was working for an advertising agency as an assistant there, doing secretarial work. I had met Taco through some local shows because I was always at shows, music lover.
No.
And he, just a little bit. And actually, Taco was staying on my couch for a little while. And he said I needed to meet you and that you were probably looking for some help with your magazine. I was like, well, all right, that sounds like fun. And then the day I got introduced to you, you handed me, I think, 3 cassette tapes to transcribe interviews and told me to transcribe them, type them up, and format them. And so I stayed late at the office, and I did that at my office. And I think I had it back to you the next day or the day after.
Yeah, Taco and I went to, after I met you, we went to Chicago to see Nine Inch Nails' David Bowie, because I had to interview the opening band on that tour. And I came back, and you had everything done. Just like,
yeah,
okay.
Well, I haven't fun. I was doing all the hard work.
You did the hard work, baby, in more ways than one. By the way, that comes up later.
A couple years down the road.
No, 1 year.
But
year.
it was it was the first meeting, and you just handed me this stuff, and I was like, all right, this guy seems cool. I'll try it.
We ended up becoming really good friends, and then we did a lot of shows. I remember. Okay, so I had to go to Cincinnati to interview Marilyn Manson, and you drove.
Yeah. I drove.
Me and Jeff Brown. You drove us.
Yeah.
Holy, I don't know how we made it home alive. Thank you.
I don't either, because I'm sure there were things that made it so I shouldn't have drove, but we won't talk about
You had a little red pickup truck with a one bench seat. There was no back seat. So it was like three of
I had a cover on the back, and I had a mattress back there for people who rode with me.
Yeah, that's why they had it. So people could ride with you. Yeah,
Right.
Ride. yeah. But anyway, you took Jeff and I to interview Marilyn Manson, and woo! But you were friends with the opening band, I think, on that one. I mean, I saw Manson a couple of times in Cincinnati. This is before they got huge. This is before they blew up. So, again, I was talking to Justin about working with White Zombie, working with Typo Negative. working with Garbage. Marilyn Manson was another breakout band that we got on before they blew up. Like,
yeah.
And holy fuck, did they blow up? So, yeah. So you got thrown into the fire.
Yeah.
But
I loved every minute of it.
My God. Well, I mean, I know we didn't make any money, but boy, we had some fun, didn't we?
We did have some really good times, and I got a really, really good friend out of you. And I was so happy to support somebody doing something, especially back then. You know, there were a few little mags back then, and nothing like MK Ultra. And I was so happy to be a part of it. It meant the world to me, Alex.
You were a huge part of it, and then you got to come to the parties. So that's another thing I want to address in the book. I'm going to talk about later. And Tamara's birthday today, so happy birthday, Tamara.
Yes, happy birthday, Tamara, Mojo Dancer.
You know I'm going to fuck with you on this show, right? So
I know.
You just don't know how or yet. So you were just, I mean, we did a magazine, but we had a culture, we had a lifestyle, we had a group. I mean, we had a group of people. It was a culture, and like, it wasn't just parties. It was like events. Like we would host. Like you gave and I'm going to bring up the next band with this. You had a Halloween party in '95 at your house, and
yeah.
I was like a burned up vampire. Jeff was his own creation. His head was a can or something like that. Brains in a can. Matt and Tamara were vampires. I was burned up. You were Mother Bates. You were Norma Bates' mom, Norma Bates.
Yeah.
And then this other band I worked with in Indianapolis through Peter from Mace. Mace played his show in Cleveland and met the band Mr. Presto from Indianapolis, became friends with them. I worked with them. The husband and wife people started writing for MK Ultra. So by the fourth issue, things were really, we were building a team, but we all had events. And so that Halloween show was in Muncie, Indiana. And this next guy we're going to play, John Elliott's, found the magazine somewhere in Nashville and said, I'm from Chicago, did music, I did a band, I worked with Al Jorgensen and all these guys, blah, 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 blah. And so I got my first record advertisement for this guy, and we worked with him, and he came to this party in Muncie and hired the bass player for the second band, Sons of Regret. The bass player is Dave Porter, goes by Dave Death, who, like, just 2 months later ended up touring with Pigface. This is the MK Ultra world coming together. It's like, isn't that weird? I mean, I was like, a year before, I was just a fucking DJ. And then this is like, we're dealing with this network of industrial artists and bands, and like people reading the magazine, finding band members and moving forward. I mean, it was kind of, things were happening fast, and we were just we worked our fucking day jobs. But you would always take calls to call you at work.
Yeah. It was why I worked 60, 70 hours a week.
God. But yeah,
I got it all done.
So John Elliott was in this band DeSalle, and they made an album called Detail Sketchy in '95, and I feel compelled to play this because it became a huge part of the life of MK Ultra and moved us forward. And if you would stay on the phone, please, I want to get this song out. We'll talk some more. Vanessa,
awesome.
God, I miss you. And then we'll talk about Gene Simmons too when we get back on the MK Ultra's Up podcast.
They're good boys.
You knew them. Who are they, sister? Who are the boys?
Like all needed. Like all needed.
As DeSalle, John Elliott and DeSalle on the MK Ultrasound podcast. Vanessa, do you remember the alcohol holiday that he came and Tommy Victor came and Dave Death was, and I had those two actresses from Los Angeles flew in? That was that was a fucking, that was the last time I could do it on a residence because it got alcohol holiday got so big after that I had to have venues, but that was unique. You think about it, at that point I was only here for a year and a half and to Indy a year and a half, and I'm like, I've got rock stars and B movie stars hanging out with us. And the thing about you is when I met you, you had already had friendship with some rock bands. I think you were friends with Pantera, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And then so basically it was like you and I met. Nobody, we were starstruck. We're just like, let's just work. A lot of people get starstruck. Yeah. And you and I, this is just another day in life.
They're just people.
Yeah, no shit, right? But oh my God, Vanessa, I have all the videotapes, and this shit's gonna go online pretty soon when I get this converted to digital. And I remember I interviewed you with Satan Claus and talked about Gene Simmons.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
You had a big crush on Gene Simmons, didn't you?
I did.
So what happened? Tell what happened. Well, they put their makeup back on.
Right. They did their return with the makeup. And
I promised I promised you one thing. In exchange for all the endless fucking work that you did for us, that you were going to go see Kiss with me. And I delivered, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
And then we're backstage, and I think I had to catch you midair.
Yes.
You saw Gene Simmons. I thought you were going to fucking die.
Yeah, I just about fainted. And then I just about fainted again during the show when he flew over during God of Thunder. So.
And we had really good seats, too. Like,
yeah, we were really close.
We had Rockstar. That was fucking awesome. And, you know, I saw Kiss a few times there. With the original, you know, that
was Market Square Arena, which is no more, but was one of the best places to see shows.
And it was so easy to get to. Fuck, it's like, zoom, you're downtown.
Exactly.
But now Indianapolis downtown is completely different. But and I'm happy. I'm pissed off when I like come down there on a bus, and I'm like, God, look at all this. If it was like this when I lived here, I probably would not have left. But when I lived there. And when we were together, when you worked with me and we were doing events and things, nobody was doing shit.
No.
As far as music is, nobody was doing, I mean, in the patio, but they were assholes. I'd take Tommy Victor from Prong in there, and they were like dickheads to him. He had a mace pen, and I remember like the bartender was so rude, Tommy almost maced him. It's like, they were like, Alex, you don't need to bring your rock star friends in here. I'm like, okay, guess what ended up happening? They all started coming to my house. Remember that? I'd have these all night, all day long fucking rock stars would just come into town like, well, fuck, they're rude to us. Let's go to Alex's house. We could do, and plus we could do things that are illegal at the time there. Illegal in some states to this day. And I'm not talking about drugs either.
Oh, I know.
You would, wouldn't you?
I've seen a lot.
Yes, you have. Close up.
Yes.
Can I play a song and then we can come back? And then I'm going to play Ministry, then we'll talk, and then I have to call Detroit or Wheelchair Jason. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
I'm dedicating this song to you. I was gonna play something else first, but because you said you've seen things up close, we'll talk about it when we get this song over. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, baby. Here it comes. This is Mojo Nixon on the MK Yourself podcast.
Me, your mama, and some other whore floating down the river on a shithouse door. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg. It's going steady with the pig in the barn. Grandpa's getting down with the ear of corn. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg. Watch your mom shave her pussy, really gets the kids hard. Grandpa's trying to fuck something in the front yard. Tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg. Sister's getting rich on her 900 number. For a dime, Billy Bob, give a bastard dog a hummer. Tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Tie my pecker to my leg. Wet dog. Well, I'm a big dick daddy and a fucking fool. 11 years old and I went to pussy school. Tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg. Yeah, her asshole's tighter than a steel drum. Hell, I need a yard of her shit to watch her come. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg. Oh, Simon. Ow. Hey, put your headphones in, boy. You only live once, so off with them pants. Hell ain't for sure, it's only a chance. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg. Yeah, my gal so fine, gonna suck her daddy's dick. If you saw my poontang's face, you wouldn't give me no lip. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg. Woke up this morning with a case of stinky finger. Last night I must have been a designated drinker. Tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg. I need a woman 6'10". She gotta be that tall so I can get it all in. Tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Tie my pecker to my. Everybody solo. Yeah, me, your mama, and some other whore floating down the river on a shithouse door. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg, to my leg. Tie my pecker to my leg. I'm gonna tie my pecker, tie my pecker, tie my pecker, tie my pecker. Gonna tie my pecker to my leg.
That's the late great, very, very favorite artist of mine, a personal friend, and then more. And Tie My Pecker to My Leg by the wonderful Mojo Nixon. You talk about getting up close and personal. You gave me pictures of his penis.
Yeah.
He pulled his cock out at the patio.
Yeah.
And is that
Well, let's see.
Can you talk about any of it? You know, in the book we're gonna go into detail, but what can you say? I mean, I know you're married and all, but so am I.
Oh, yeah.
So, what can you? So you met Mojo Nixon and his band. They were the Toad Lickers.
The Toad Lickers. Yep.
Yeah, they licked more than toes, didn't they?
Well,
From what I hear,
I was kidnapped by Mojo Nixon and the Toad Lickers overnight.
so you were kidnapped by Mojo Nixon and went to the hotel with your then roommate Stacy. Was Tamara with you? Because I knew Tamara had something to do with this.
Tamara was there. Tamara and I were up front, and they were calling us the Mojo Nixon Dancers. So we will always and forever be the Mojo Nixon Dancers.
All right, you're kind of cutting out, so.
I'm sorry. Is that better?
I guess, but that night I got beat up. But I got beat up by some rednecks in Indianapolis at a Waffle House.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Because I didn't know that then Indianapolis didn't have a thing called taxi cabs. And I was waiting forever for a fucking cab to get home. And I could have walked in the time this shit happened. And I couldn't get a ride. And you were off with the band and their hotel.
Yeah, I should have given you a ride that night.
And then Dave Brown picked me up, and I'm like, take me home. He goes, we're going to go to a Waffle House. I'm like, dude, don't take me to Waffle House. Not to Waffle House on the east side of Indianapolis. I'm going to get beat up. No. And then, I mean, even the guys at BMG were like, what was Dave thinking, taking you to Waffle House at fucking 3 in the morning? I got my ass beat. They beat the shit up, broke my ribs, busted my fucking chin up. I still have a scar. And then you're having a whoo-dee-doo with Mojo Nixon in his band.
Yeah. So especially there was a lot of alcohol involved, and I think Mojo Nixon might have loved me a little bit.
I remember that and we had alcohol day a week later, and I interviewed everybody, and everybody sitting on my lap, and I've got to share this video with you because you're sitting on my lap and like, so what's the worst thing you did all year? What do you want for Christmas? You had Gene Simmons. I flashed a Gene Simmons thing on there in the mix. Then I'm like, what's the worst thing you did all year? And you said Mojo Nixon. I spit my beer, and everybody in the room's laughing because everybody knew.
Right, everybody knew.
It was, Vanessa, that was truly fucking funny. I mean, you talk about a moment that's like, it's on film. It's like, I spit my beer. I was like, I'm like, pfft. That was really funny. Truly funny. So as far as 95, what else do you want to share about for 1995 in Indianapolis?
And that was such a long time ago, Alex.
Oh, God, please don't be grandma on me.
Oh, I'm not grandma. Come on.
I am. I'm a trans ma.
Really, Mojo was probably one of the most memorable experiences.
And that was in 95. I mean, this is the first year I'm there, and we're already doing. I mean, the MK Ultra thing, it happened so fast. I mean, when you got in, it was crazy. It was like becoming a big thing, and there was no internet. There was none. Everything was print and reputation and through the mail.
Right, and you and Jeff and me would sit on the floor and cut out columns and paste them on paper so they could be copied, and the magazines printed and stapled, and it was all done by hand.
Yep, we did glue sticks and razors and hair. Oh my God, my hair would stick to the fucking. Oh my God, we were up out, and then there were nice. You were in your office like 3 in the morning, typing shit up.
Yep. And then I'd have to be back there at 7. So
yeah, and you never missed it. You never missed a beat.
And I still look like that today.
Resilient. So
I thank MK Ultra for that, for giving me my work ethic. How's that?
No, we owe a lot to you. I owe a lot to you. I mean,
we had so much fun, but it was a passion, and
we worked
the hard work that went into it.
We made no money.
Right.
It was all out of love. It was a labor of love. I mean, I had advertisers, but it was, to barely pay my phone bill back then, man. We had landlines, and phone bills were my phone bill would be as much as my rent. So before I go, and I want to have you back on in like a few months, but I do want to say next Sunday, I'm going to see the Electric Hellfire Club playing in Chicago for the first time in over 25 years. Yeah. So
I love it.
You were there, and when Shane died, you orchestrated the whole thing of Sound of Those Roses up to his funeral, and people still talk about that to this day. And I got a card from the family. And Vanessa, these things could not have happened without you. And you're a huge part of the story. And we're not done talking yet, but I'm going to move on to the next song and the next guest. But you were there when this happened. You were there when this was the big one for me and my move to Chicago. Vanessa Bellamy Junker, you there, sweetheart?
Yes, I'm here.
Ministry. Remember I got the advance of Ministry 6 months before it came out?
Yes.
This is Filth Big on the MK Ultrasound podcast.
dark it is for you right now, curled up, lying in your own emotional vomit. You're in hell now, Boomhauer. And the only way out is through a long, dark tunnel. And you're afraid to go in because there's a train coming at you, carrying a boxcar full of heartbreak. Well, let me tell you something. All you can do is let it hit you and then try to find your legs. I know. I've taken that hit more times than I can remember. Look at me, Boomhauer. I'm fat, and I'm old, and every day I'm just gonna wake up fatter and older. Then somehow I manage to drag this fat old bald bastard out into the alley every day. I'm out there digging holes, falling into them, climbing out, trying again, and tomorrow I'm gonna hang outside at a ladies' prison. And the first thing those lady cons are gonna see after 20 years is me. Will I get one? Experience says no. Will I be out there next month? If I'm alive, you better believe it. You gotta get right back up on that tanning bed, slip into a tight t-shirt, wash off some of that cologne, and get yourself out of that tunnel and into some strange woman, man!
Oh, yeah, man.
Yes!
Dang
That's
right,
what I'm
dang
talking about!
right.
Get out
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
boy! Whoa!
Yeah.
Yup. Are you there?
Jason. Here. I'm here.
You there?
Yes, hello.
Hello, Jason. It's Alex. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What the fuck?
That was weird, man. I was here the whole time. When you said yep, I went, mm-hmm.
Guess what time it is? It's time of the month.
This is Kiss, each sold separately, and you can put them in any crazy pose you want.
That's the name, Kiss. They may look insane, Kiss. It rocks your game, it's Kiss.
Kiss, each 12.5-inch figure sold separately by Mego.
Oh, you wonderful listeners, you're in for a treat. I've got the unholy roller himself on the phone again, Jason Harmon. Jason, welcome back.
Hey, how you doing?
You know what's going to happen? 1 week from now, I'm going to be with the Electric Hellfire Club, dude. Fuck!
Yeah, I know. You got to rub it in.
And Sabrina, I can't dude, when I hug her, I don't know if I want to let go. God, I love her. Boy, she's had a ride, but I am so excited. So we're going to play Kiss Trivia. It's just me and you, but dude.
And then after we do Kiss Trivia, we'll have to talk about the announcement that I told you about yesterday.
I told Max about that. That's interesting, isn't it?
Well, we'll talk about it after Kiss Trivia.
Speaking of Kiss Trivia, I decided I want to make I want to recreate something. Remember when Cooney on UHF said, "It's time to play the game"? I'm going to sample that with some beats. Hey, and then you're stupid. I'm gonna get somebody to cut that up and make it like the introduction to this thing rather. And then, hey, you're stupid. The greatest band in the world, Kiss. And hey, very tasty. Stupid. You're so stupid. All right, go ahead. You're first. Go. Well, you got 9.
Okay. So you want me to do 9?
Yeah, it's only you. So go.
Okay. Who produced Animalize?
Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, executive producer.
Close. Yeah, Gene Simmons was the associate producer, but yes, you are correct.
You are correct, sir. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Where did Kiss play on New Year's Eve in 1982 on the Creatures of the Night tour?
Shit, that's already good. Was it Brazil?
No. I'll give you a hint.
Oh, no, I already lost it. So what was it? Where?
Rockford, Illinois.
They played Rockford?
Yep.
I bet Adam Beckvar was there. Wow. All right, go ahead.
Where was the Kiss album Lick It Up recorded?
The record plant.
That is correct. What band from Portland, Oregon opened for Kiss on the Asylum tour?
Asylum, that's what Chris Curry called it. Asylum, Portland, Oregon band. Okay, I saw Animalize or Asylum, right?
Asylum.
Kicks.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Black and Blue.
Oh, that led into something, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Fake Ace. All right, keep going.
Okay. Where did the Lick It Up American tour start?
Interesting question. Toward 84. I don't know. I was going to shoot a load here, like I always do, but I'll try to miss your face.
Load.
I said load. Fuck it. New York City.
Incorrect. Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. I'm dying over here.
You're doing pretty good. You're about 50-50, I'd say. Okay. What free item is included inside the Kisstory 2 book?
They did a second book? I saw Detroit Jason had dude, that was impressive. He had all autographed, even with the dickhead Peter Criss in it. I don't know. Wasn't there fucking picture of Peter Criss sucking my dick or something? There's a story behind this, kids.
That is incorrect. A poster featuring 20 Playboy Playmates in Kiss makeup.
I've got that Playboy. They had to put it in the book? Fucking God.
Apparently there's a poster in the book of it.
All right.
Okay. What is the last song on the Animalize album?
Fuck. And they're right behind me. I'm not going to cheat.
So you should know, man. You just looked at it at the record store yesterday.
What album? You said Animalize or Live 2?
Yeah, Animalize.
Animalize? I wasn't looking for Animalize. I was looking for Live 2.
No, you weren't looking for it. You said that was the only Kiss record they had.
No, it wasn't. It was the board tape of it. It wasn't.
Okay.
No, I told you it wasn't an actual record label release. It was it was like they put it in a cardboard box to make it look like a bootleg. Yeah, the board.
Right, that's right. You told me it was a bootleg from the Animalize tour.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, well, a pseudo bootleg because Kiss endorses, so it's them. Oh my God, I really don't like that record very much at all. Into the Fire?
Incorrect. Murder in High Heels.
Murder. Gene only had 2 songs on that album because he was Hollywood.
The only song I even know from that album is I can think of is Heaven's on Fire.
God, that is a good song though.
Great song, yeah.
The video's awesome. The video's fun. Hey, I'm gonna play a song. Come right back. Cool. And we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna play a song. We're gonna talk about. All right. This is Chem Lab on the MK Ultra Sound Podcast. Very Blue. The MK Ultrasound Podcast. That's Kemlab and the great Jared Luge. A good, wonderful, personal, good fucking friend and a very good friend. Somebody I love and trust very much. It has to do a lot with the guy I have on the phone, Jason, the Unholy Roller Harmon. So
yeah, I'm the one that turned you on to Kemlab.
Well, I had Kemlab shit, but here's the story. And this goes, we're going to do a chapter on lifestyle, which is going to be, okay, what happens after the show? At the hotels and the backstage. Dude, I could do 40 pages on those adventures, but this story goes back to 95, and Rob Zombie just went solo. I'm sorry, 98. I moved to Chicago. Rob Zombie played the Aragon. He was filming the video for Living Dead Girl, and you came with a date, but a 3-hour drive took you how many hours? And what happened that day?
I don't even freaking remember, man.
Just what happened? Just say what happened and who you were with.
Well, I was driving a classic muscle car at the time, and my fan belt came off at some podunk little rest stop in Indiana. Well, it wasn't a rest stop; it was an exit. I had to pull over to a gas station. Luckily, there was an AutoZone in town that was about to close in like 15 minutes. I called a cab, had a cab come get me, take me to the AutoZone, bring me back to the gas station, and the cab driver put the fan belt on for me. Then we get to outside of Chicago.
You had a date. Talk about her.
Yeah.
Talk about her for a second, please, because this is the story.
She was a stripper that I knew named Marilyn, but after Marilyn Manson. So I had asked her if she wanted to go with me. I thought that'd be fun, and she's freaking flashing truckers the whole time, showing her tits, and just she was a wild girl. She was a wild girl. So we get my car fixed, and this is before cell phones. So I'm having to
So you have no way to get a hold of me. I have no way to get a hold of you.
Right, you're calling my house asking where I'm at. I'm calling my dad and telling my dad to tell you when you call to like relay the because you weren't at home, so there was no way for me to call you.
I'm calling
you were at.
I'm calling a payphone to your parents, and you call me parents from a payphone, and you call them. Yeah, that was a long day. So keep going. This is great.
So then we get we're about maybe half an hour outside the city, and we hit a traffic jam. And we were in this traffic jam for probably an hour and a half. I'm thinking my car's gonna run out of gas because that car got like not very good gas mileage.
Right, probably 8 miles to the gallon, probably.
Probably about that, yeah, probably. So then we get to the show.
Parking.
We go in, and my date says that she's going to go down on the floor. I said, that's fine. I'm going to go.
Here's I have to interject. So at some point, my girlfriend Heather and I, and we see this crazy girl coming through the fucking crowd, barely clothed. No, I think she was naked. She was naked. She had a shirt on and no.
She was naked from the waist down. She was naked from the waist down.
She's like, Zombie, running through the crowd, and Heather's like, oh my God. No, my God! Like, thank God she's not with us. So that was your date.
So after the show, I see you and Heather.
No, wait. You parked your car, and they told you.
Well, no, this is before I found out about my car. This is like directly after the show.
Yeah, but you parked your car
in the lobby.
But go back. You parked your car at a lot where they said your car was safe to park there, right?
Well, no, they didn't tell me it was safe to park there. I just parked there. Okay. I didn't know.
Oh.
I had never driven to Chicago myself before for a show. I'd always ridden with other people.
Okay.
So I didn't know. But I see you and Heather, and
Heather sees your date. She's like, "Oh my God, no!"
No. That's not what happened, man. What happened was I saw you and Heather first, and you guys were like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey," and you were like, and you're like, "Wasn't there a girl with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta find her. She went down on the floor." And you guys were like, man, there was some crazy girl backstage that got her pants ripped off, and she's back there screaming and yelling. And right about that time, that's when my date sees me, and she starts walking toward me, and then you guys were like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. What happened was she had a pair of really small leather shorts on, And apparently somebody grabbed them when she was in the pit and just yanked them and they came right off.
And that was a show where they filmed the video for Living Dead Girl. Was that concert?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it that one or was it the next one there? I can't remember.
They had to shoot it twice. They shot it twice.
That's right. Yes, that's right. I couldn't remember if it was that show or the next Rob Zombie show that you and I saw there. Because we saw him again like a couple years later, remember? On the next, I think it was the Sinister Urge tour, maybe.
Yeah.
But you're right. It was the first one was the one because it was Living Dead Girl. It was the song they used in the movie.
It's pretty cool to see that shit happen, man. That's one thing I love about being in this industry is like to see. Well, I mean, even like I came here like on a visit before I moved here, and I saw Billy Corgan on stage with Bauhaus. I'm like, this is so cool because I always, I'm a rock and roll nerd like you are, and when you see on TV bands that jam with each other, hey, here's my friend, come on stage. I get to see that a lot here, and I mean, as a music fan and a nerd like we are. That's like one of the best things, man. It's like, wow.
Oh, the best was when we got to see the Revolting Cocks and Rick Nielsen got up on stage and played with them, remember?
Yep, that was my fault. Because I got up on stage with them in Milwaukee. Yeah. Well, yeah. So now every time Ministry comes, Rick's with them. That's another story for another podcast. But, dude, thanks. I saw New Rules, by the way, Bill Maher's latest.
Oh, did you?
Really good. I want to sample that for the show, dude. That was smart. I really liked what he had to say. And no wonder the left teeters on him because he just tells them the truth that they want to hear. That was a really good. I haven't watched the whole show yet, but I liked the end of New Rules. It was really, really, really good this time. So I'm gonna wrap up with a band I first worked with in 1995 that I ended up working with into my career into the 2000s and advertising and had on my radio show when I was an FM radio DJ back in the day. Remember FM radio? there was a thing.
Yeah, I was on radio in high school, man. My high school had a radio station.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Blue FM.
All right, I'll hit you up later. I got to talk to you a whole lot.
Wait,
more.
when are we gonna talk about the Nick Cage thing, man?
Oh, go ahead. So get this for all you nerds. All you nerds out there, listen to this story. This is
so. Nick, they announced yesterday, and next weekend is the Indiana Comic Convention. They announced yesterday that Nick Cage is doing his first ever U.S. comic convention appearance. So, of course, it's going to be crazy, the prices and stuff. So they announced them today. A photo opportunity, which I looked, he's going to be there Saturday and
a
half
photo
Sunday.
Opportunity means you get to pose with him, right?
Yeah, you get to pose with him when a professional takes the photo.
Okay.
So he's only going to be there Saturday and part of Sunday. The first photo session for Sunday is sold out, and the first two for Saturday are sold out. $250 a photo.
He needs money.
If you want an autograph, and this is for a pre-autographed 8x10, this isn't you taking your item and getting it signed. From what I read online, there's going to be 6 different photos, and it's first come, first served. If there's 6 different ones, and there's one that you want and it's gone, sorry, you don't get that one. You have to pick another one. Those are $215.
Jesus.
If you buy the photo shoot and the pre-autograph combined, it's $450. If you want your own item signed, which they say is going to be extremely limited, and you probably won't even get close to them to do it. They'll probably have a rope. I saw them do this with a few other people. They'll have a rope, and you give your item to the security person, and then they walk it over to the celebrity, and the celebrity signs it, and the security person walks it back. So you don't even get to shake their hand or anything like that. But to get your own item signed is $400.
Fuck.
I told one of my friends about it. He was like, is he still trying to pay off his tax debt?
Well, I mean, he's a whole show with us because he was a comic book collector, and then he married Lisa Marie, and that didn't last very long. And then he sold off most all of it because she didn't like comic books. I'm like, that pussy must be great. I mean, you look at Lisa Marie. She looked like she had a resting bitch face like nobody else on earth. But she was Elvis's daughter. She had to be hot in bed. All right. With that said, I'm going to exit out here with a band I started working with in Indianapolis and ended up working with here in Chicago. This is, hey, Jason, thank you. And I'll talk to you a little bit
you're
later.
welcome, man.
All right. This is Sister Machine Gun on the MK Ultrasound podcast. Where's the song? I don't believe. Wow, the sounds of 1995 and MK Ultra. We were very, very lucky to be part of all this. That sounds really good with headphones, just so you know. If you're listening, thank you. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. It's free. Share with your friends. I'm serious. Like, it really helps. And what you're hearing, this is the second episode of 3 for 1995 for MK Ultra Magazine. It's going to the book. The book's going to be awesome. If you were one of those people that wanted me to put something out again, you're going to get the gift that's going to fucking blow off your fucking mind. I'm doing this, and the reason we're doing these shows is so we could document and transcribe this into chapters of the book. Next, I'm going to hopefully get Taco and Mike Shoemaker on, and these are two guys who are instrumental in what we did, what we created before we moved to Chicago in 98. So we're still going about 95, but it's going to be, I got a lot of shows between now and then, but thank you for listening. Please like, please share, tell your friends, hey, check this out. You got this guy's stories. I mean, what you're hearing is real. And the shit was Justin. We had to censor a lot of that out, but we're not going to in the book. So thank you for listening. I'll see you or hear you. I have Electric Hellfire Club next weekend, but I might squeeze in a show. So if you're lucky, and if I'm lucky, have a great night or day or whatever.
Bombadita, 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 bombadita,
Until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then.
Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather.
Happy trails to you till we meet
You've been listening to the MK Ultrasound podcast from Chicago, Illinois with your host, Alex Zander. Please click like and subscribe and share with your friends. Check us out online at mkultramagazine.com. And on behalf of the MK Ultrasound staff, thanks for listening, everybody.